It's time to get dead serious. Mobituaries, the podcast from our own Rocca, is launching another season. Turns out writing about the dead is big business. And as Mo will tell us, its practitioners occasionally live it up.
America is full of cons these days. There's Comic-Con,
I think bushier eyebrows are better for Santa. Right.
SantaCon,
Ladies and gentlemen, Grumpy Cat.
CatCon. Even balloon artists get together.
So now you want to match that side to this side.
And then there's ObitCon, filled with a lively bunch of obituary writers, readers, and even a funeral director.
We all have to deal with deadlines. I hate to use that term, and I'm very careful to never tell a family that I have to meet a deadline, right after they've experienced a death.
These members of SPOW, the Society of Professional Obituary Writers, are dead serious when it comes to their craft.
The demand has never been higher for quality stories, ready at a moment's notice. Obits matter. You all matter.
Adam Bernstein is the obituary editor for The Washington Post.
You get to write about everything in humanity. You're not just writing about business. You're not just writing about politics. You're not just writing about movies. You're doing it all.
The Obit desk used to be a graveyard, a dumping ground for reporters who'd come to the end of the line. But now it's thriving, and the revenue from paid death notices is the lifeblood of struggling newspapers across the country.
Passed on, joined God's heavenly choir, or my favorite, The Lights Went Out.
Longtime Obit writers Kay Powell, formerly of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, and John Pope of the New Orleans Times-Picayune are fluent in the euphemisms used to eulogize the dead.
Lady friend
Means?
well, whore, prostitute, or raconteur is a boring storyteller.
A raconteur is a boring storyteller?
In an obituary, yes. Raucous.
Raucous means?
Loud, drunk.
ObitCon has no red carpet, but it does hand out awards.
Best long-form obituary.
The Grimmys, not the Grammys, are in the shape of a tombstone. This year, Tom Hawthorne from the Canadian newspaper The Globe and Mail won the Lifetime Achievement Grimmy.
I used to be embarrassed to write obits. I'm from that newsroom culture that it was for the drunks and the losers and the kids starting out. And then you realize, no, this is where the stories are. So thank you. I'm deeply honored.
And I was honored to be this year's special guest at ObitCon.
When you read a well-written obituary, it is sort of like, I think, like a movie trailer for an Oscar-winning biopic. It's sort of the highs, the lows, and the sweep of it.
Which brings us to Mobituaries, Sunday Morning's original podcast series paying tribute to the people and things that never got the send-off they deserved. In our brand new second season, we'll tell you the story of...
I made it clear with the Libyan representatives from the very beginning that I had no influence with the United States government or with the President of the United States.
A presidential brother so famous he had his own beer.
When you say, give me a Billy, you got yourself Billy Carter's hand-picked favorite.
Just say, give me a Billy.
Thomas died and his bones were sold and scattered. We'll say goodbye again to a forgotten founding father with an original production number.
Tonight we shall sing your name again. We drink to Thomas Paine.
Don't do anything foolish.
Plus, the story of the first Chinese-American superstar. And the 1980s pop star whose hit song brought glory to a 2019 sports team. First up is our Mobit on presidential brother Billy Carter, younger brother of President Jimmy Carter. As you'll hear, Jane, he was a lot more than the caricature many of us remember. For this episode, I talked to the former president. He remembers his brother affectionately and candidly.
Why do I have the feeling there's more?
I thought you'd never ask. Mobituaries is available wherever you get your podcasts. It's easy and free to subscribe.
But wait, there's more.
Yes, there is more. I have a new book, conveniently titled Mobituaries, and it's filled with stories you won't hear on the podcast. Everything from the death of the station wagon to the demise of disco, from a certain forgotten founding father to Farrah Fawcett. It's chock-a-block with dead sports teams, whole countries that disappeared. There's even a chapter on famous people who died on the same day.
And this is where I tell you that it's published by our partner on Mobits, Simon & Schuster, a CBS company. Is that my copy?
Yes, it is. Let me sign it for you.
And while he's signing, we'll be right back.
Dear Jane, I'm so happy you're not in this book. Love, Mo.